Hey everyone. Waiting for a NQ lobby to form, so I guess I figured I'd just take the time to do some of these single player runs for Coastal. So let's just look up the settings real quick, make sure everything's good. 2 coastals, 4 inland, regionals. Yep, all this looks good. Um, yeah, okay, this is fine. Alright, let's do. I'll try to talk about my thought process some more. Um, Pretty ugly, but it's not. It's ugly, but it's not bad. Islands, that's nice. Wales again kind of sucks. I'm tempted to move off this hill because I don't have a 3 food tile. This would also open up a city here, which looks really good. Let's move down. It's like 33% chance maximum for a horse. Yeah, it's 33. Looking to buy. Gonna buy this. I also gained a hill from that move. Gained a first ring chop. I think it's a pretty good move. What's our other? Okay, it's mining luck, so we can actually afford to go animal here. Just YOLO the horse. See if it's worth it or not. I will say I think this is probably piety spawn. Okay. I want to get that whale, but we'll just be playing tradition here. Not necessarily like the best thing you can always do, but I think it's definitely something that new players should try to do, just from a consistency standpoint. You know, you're whenever you play trad, though it might not always be optimal or necessarily like the super best thing you could do, right? Like I think, oh wow, this looks pretty good. I want to get this whale. The city's so slow if I do that. Reykjavik. So it looks like we'll have two mainland cities and then one on the island. Pretty unlucky with runes, huh? Okay, that's really good. Mining. We didn't get on our horse. It sucks, but what are you gonna do? There's Monte. No, I'm just gonna be hanging around here for worker steal. Kind of wanna. Can I get to 4? I think I can get to 4. This is on horse now. We could go here. This is such a bad city in the beginning, though. Like, it has no tiles. I mean, I guess that's why you play trad, right? So, like, I think the argument is, like, how I just said, like, can I get to 4? Like, I can get to 4, but I also could get to just start building settlers at 3. The thing is, like, I have a lot of good tiles. These hills make settlers kind of slow. If this was plains, this would be fucking amazing. Plains horse there would be so good. But what are you gonna do? No pop ruin, but that's fine. We'll get to 4 and then we'll just start chilling. Nope, no ruin over there. I'd rather steal from Zurich than any of these. That's why I'm actually gonna leave Reykjavik. Reykjavik, it's just like more obnoxious to steal from in the sense that there's actually a good chance there's a ruin right here. Okay, it's because we want to go to 4. I think this chop is totally fine. We need to queue up sailing. Let's bring that back and let's meet some other people potentially. Yeah, okay, horizon. I think we want to go shrine first here. This is a really, this looks like a good fish boat hammers game, because just a lot of fish boat tiles that are really close. We're gonna get them all. So that's the rationale there. Shrine, we're gonna chop it out. Let's just do this horse. There we go. You'll see, I as a person, like, really value the early worker momentum you can get by, you know, just building a good amount of workers early game, because I think, you know, oftentimes you find yourself getting rid of the workers. Oh, I should have taken that off. That's whatever. You find yourself getting rid of the workers pretty early on anyway. Like, they not getting rid of them, but like they move to other cities. So all right, so this is gonna be maybe surprising to some, but I want to buy this horse. People might not think it's like consequential, but I think buying this horse is actually a pretty big deal. Then I'm gonna improve it for a turn. And the reason why, if you've been watching my guides, I hope you can just, you know, guess why it might be. But actually, you know, this is definitely a God of the Sea game. We're tradition. If I went piety, which realistically this was a piety start, if I went piety, I think if I went piety, like, this is 100% food from camps, like, without doubt. But piety kind of changes that. I think I want to bring this over. I want to bring a, I need the warrior out front. Are we really settling this dog abomination of a city that's only good later on? I mean, we got that horse, and then we have this horse too. I think it's actually fine. We only need 3 tiles and 4 tiles once we get these sheep up. Yeah, let's do that. How is good trapping this game? It's fine. It's radar. We have an island here. Looks like we have an island here. One here. Okay, so we'll just do 2 islands. Dorado. You know, this could, I mean, just based on this layout, it could absolutely be a game where we rush you know, in the late game we could do something with like resettlements or whatnot. Problem with resettlements, we'd have pretty contested borders with Australia, but that's fine. So one thing I like doing here is I have a good amount of money. I'm tempted to buy a worker. I mean, not buy a worker, buy a scout. Because I want to keep something stealing. We're going to be teching towards Colossus. Mentioned the importance of Colossus in the last video, but really can't be understated. This is where no optics is kind of pain. I think we should just go optics. Yeah, let's prove these Luxes real quick. Two off. Yeah, let's unwork this for a turn. Good. Okay. I should have taken that first. Zimbabwe. Or Axum, sorry. Okay. Perfect. We'll go one more settler. So, okay, and I want to explain something. You know, I've talked a lot, or I've talked extensively about how, in general, you know, you want to go worker first. On coast, I think, because cargo ships are so good, there's definitely an argument to be made about not doing that. I mean, there's no point to rush this, but I think it should go there. We'll see next turn. And additionally, and this is very important too, I think I mentioned this in the video earlier, but you know, one important note is that all of these, you know, like, it depends where you're stealing from. Like, Zurich's a great great stealing target. So I want to repeatedly steal from Zurich, right? So if I'm stealing from Zurich a lot, the workers are going to pass through Zurich to Ragusa. So Ragusa's tiles are just going to get improved naturally, just from that alone. So we need a unit probably. I like that. Oh, we got a pop rune. That's cool. There's the pop rune we didn't get earlier. Alright. Definitely want a lighthouse. Tiles are going to be great. I think we said God of the Sea, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I think fishboat hammers could also be very, very fucking strong here. You know, you have so many immediate things. With whales, when you have, like, good spawns like this, like, good fish spawns at least, it's very easy to get your tiles improved and whatnot. So let's go and do that. God of the Sea. But I will say, like, God of the Sea is just generally very, very safe. It's very good on tradition. So and that's the pop rune we got. It was very good. Look, one culture. It's gonna help us grow to tiles in that city, which is always good. Okay. It's unfortunate, but it's fine. What I'm looking to do here is I'm looking to bait them in. Can I grow? No, I can't unless I buy the Oasis, which I definitely don't want to do. I think I need art. I need calendar and I need archery. So let's get them. You know, there was a time when when these, you know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. I think this looks fine. It's very slow, but not all of them are this slow. So I think it's okay. Yeah, okay. We knew that was coming. So we'll clear that, and then there we go. Cool. I don't want to move that up until I get a guaranteed it's safe thing from the scout. Okay, it looks like it's safe, but you know, losing your settler is one of the most detrimental things that can happen. Just outright. So you kind of want to avoid that at all costs. So why am I shooting that camp? I want to clear that camp. Additionally, I don't want it to spawn anything else. Upgrade ruin. This spot probably looks best. It's double lux. I mean, it's double whatever assault, but it's probably fine. It's tough, right? Like, I don't know what's down there. With these late saddles, you can afford to be a little greedier, typically. Which is why, you know, I'm not, like, hyper-focused on getting fast cities out. There we go. Yeah, this doesn't look that good. Could be on this sheep or something. Let's just put it here. Just get the city down. All right, I need to okay. How many luxes do I have to trade? I have one. Okay. Let's get that out then. Gonna head over to this incense tile. Remember, like, I mean, this should all just be fairly straightforward. It's more about, to me, like, I feel like I would learn the most from watching someone like talk about their thought process on where to settle, like how they would make it work, rather than explaining absolutely everything, especially stuff that we've previously talked about. This is an interesting Lux. This is like a... I mean, there's like multiple Luxes in this cap. I think... Are we going to be unhappy? No, we're going to be fine. Okay. We'll be happy next turn. I'm a big cap feeder on Coast, especially, so. I think if we were, Piety, we would have played this a little bit differently. We may have only went 3 cities in the beginning, and then settled a couple later. But oh well. Okay. Not gonna get that, sucks, but Candia would be great with the... Be absolutely great with the cargo ship. So let's do that. Head over to the dies here. We could definitely grow in 2 in the city. Yep. Might be able to get there now. Just making more workers, because honestly, why not? 95 gold. So this is one of the nice things that I think a lot of people don't do as much as they should. Is like scouting these early ruins and stuff with workers. Yeah, I figured it would clear the camp here. It really sucks. Now I can't go on that tile just yet. I also am someone who values the roads quite a bit early on. I think just having movement in general is very important. It's very good for defense as well. Make sure we're working every tile we want to be. You know, now we could kind of just go wherever. We actually don't have. We got pretty unlucky because we don't have a. Actually, no, this isn't a bug cap because I moved. Here, pop that out. Nice. You know, this is a fairly late Colossus, but we went optics. We have all of the text, so it's not that bad. And you could usually get it around this time. Who needs this? Honestly, Ragusa kind of needs it. Let's see it, Ragusa. You see how we like said, oh, you know, we probably had it looked like we probably had enough workers. Realistically, you can never have enough workers. Like, I feel like this is a perfect example of that. I have Lux to trade. I'm surprised he didn't want to do that. Time to peace. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. So it's a little more than, you know, I recommend on these coastal starts, but I think it's totally fine. Like, we're clearly not running out of tiles to improve. You know, we have to move them to other cities anyway. So 53 tradition finisher. It's not terribly fast, but it's also not slow. I mean, it's a little slow, but it's not slow for not having anything. And this is kind of like the point of doing these fast whatever. I mean, we can test any wonder here. You know, that's up. I think statue's probably the only one that would be. It's like turn 53. Let's go to 60 just for fun. I want to close this shit out. This is like the other side of the map. I want to bring this over. Zara could use the tiles, but actually I need that tile improved as well. These cities really want stables, so, you know, let's just make a detour to stables. Maybe we go and see. This is all preference. Like there's no like regimented path. Salat would definitely be gone. Salat's up. I mean, like, there's a lot of good options. You have Zakat, you have Salat. Mithraea is not bad. Da was pretty good. If you're gonna get early spreads, Tithe is insane, but most of the time you're not. It takes a lot, and like I mean I like Divine a lot, but most of the time, and it's usually uncontested when you're Tradition because you're building a good amount of wonders, right? We have Colossus and Statue, so that's like 2 Faith, 2 Culture, and building National Wonders like good too, so we could just take that. I don't think you'd get a lot most of the time in this spot, but you never know. You really never know. I also like taking faith generating stuff on the coast as part of my religion when I'm Tradition, because it's hard to get faith, and I think a lot of the followers can be good, but you just need faith for it, which is what Tradition usually struggles with. So there's definitely a give and take, but I mean I put a lot of value in something like Divine Inspiration or something like that. So it's really unfortunate we haven't grown to this hardwood, because otherwise I would have bought it. I mean I'm not awfully surprised. It's just kind of stupid that we haven't. Okay, so List Library. Hopefully it's in 3. Okay, cool. Or I meant 2. We could do anything. Like our hammers are really insane. Just go Colosseum to overflow into. You see me improving fish a lot. I see so many people not improving their fish, and it just doesn't make sense, right? Like a fish tile is like you get a full extra food from doing it. It's like, would you really not improve, a farm, right? Like, yeah, you would. It's kind of like the same thing. All right, let's finish this. Moving around these tiles. It's turn 60. I think this is a fine place to stop for now, but you see, like, the game started off slow, right? And this is the nice thing about Coast, is that if you're left to just sit here, you're gonna have a good game. Like, most of the time, like, you'll come back. It's hard to get super ear on the Coast. I mean, it's not hard, but it happens all the fucking time. But 3 turn NC. Okay, it's pretty good. And like at this point, you could build anything. You could build shrines and temples. I went stables, so you could build stables. Like, there's really no wrong answer here. And we'll get that right in time as well. So obviously it's not a fast uni, but we're gonna have our NC up. We're gonna have drama, poetry, sale, but we'll get easily early 70s unis or something. So it's not like super fast, but this start wasn't explosive, right? We said from the beginning it was Piety, but we're playing it Tradition. It should have been Piety Fishboat Hammers in my opinion, but I hope you guys see what I'm talking about, where it's like, there's a lot of flexibility in how you play. Frankly, I mean, this could come across as mean, but there's so many people that do such dumb shit and somehow are still like relevant in the game. Happens all the time. I don't understand how they've managed to stay relevant, but they do. So, if anything, that's kind of like a testament to like how good it is to Candy is 10.3. This is 6. So let's do that. So we're at 90 science. These workshops are pretty quick. You know, and then here we could do anything. You know, if we wanted to kill Australia, we'd probably take Explo. If we wanted to settle more late cities or something, you know, we could do Explo as well. If you wanted to play commerce, right, there's a good amount of CS that we could trade with. You could definitely play commerce from this spot. Hammers are good, right? This is 100 hammers, 152 science, whatever. Like, I don't even think this game was played out perfectly. Like, I kind of just mind-numbingly just like played it out. But you know, these demos are they're very competitive. And they would be competitive in a good game for like traditional players, for sure. So yeah, hopefully this helps. This helped. Let's do another one real quick. Hopefully maybe we won't play as long. Unless actually there's an IQ. Fuck, I missed the fucking lobby. Shit. Whatever. What a fucking good cap. Unfortunately, we are struggling from what we did previously with the lack of potential fish. Just because our tiles are bad. Secondary is not a mining lux. This is the first time in any of these games that that's happened. So we'll have to go to calendar here. You know, I actually don't mind getting an early map ruin. You know, Siege Djibouti, I can get this ruin right now. This looks like a fantastic city. This also, to me, looks kind of like Tall Piety, but I'll be honest, most of the time when I'm playing, I think it's Tall Piety. But realistically, you know, you could do anything, and anytime you queue up coast, there's a good chance some people are going to see a Tall Piety. Okay, so we have on hardwood. We also have one left of hardwood if we want to save that tile. Cap looks very strong. And a pop rune to go with it. Nice. Yeah, one left is definitely better, so that we can pick that shit up. You know, right here is a good example of why playing with AI kind of suck, because I'm not going to be able to tribute this, and the tribute genuinely matters, especially on the coast. Like, I'd normally be able to tribute that. So I'm just going to give myself 100 gold to, you know, it should be 70 you get, so okay. You can see that city state there. Maybe a ruin somewhere, please. No? Okay. Let's bring this, stay this close, grab that tile. This also could be lib for sure. But again, we'll play it coast. We'll play tradition. Just kind of prove my point that you can play tradition on any start and you'll have a good game. Okay, another CS there. Perfect. Genuinely perfect. Okay, that's why there's no runes over there. We'll have to escort that. We can do one here. With that early steel and this amount of chops, I kind of want to get this city down fast. Let's do settler right away. I think this is dead. We'll see. It's not. I feel like that was definitely a roll, considering I'm on 1 HP. Okay, I need to bring this back. Oh, there's a cod. The way that we can get there. Chop, chop. And remember, the main reason we're chopping this stuff, we can overflow into a shrine here, but the main reason we're chopping this stuff is because we want to open up these tiles for hill tiles so that we can work them while settling. Okay, like it's nothing more than that. I don't think necessarily chopping out a settler is always good. But in this case, when we don't have hills, and hills is like kind of the way that we make settlers, I think it's definitely correct. So because we went a fast settler, you know, we're gonna have a fast granary, fast cargo, which is gonna be great. We need calendar. We're unhappy here. It's not a big deal. Remember, we need workers. Workers when we build them this early. Bring this back. Put that here. Now let's go and buy. If I want to, I think it's probably best to buy this tile. All right. A lot of Barbies. Kind of sucks. I think we can bring this back. When this gets its heal. Oh, I already got a promo. Bring this here. And you see, like I think it should be pretty instinctive what we're doing by this point, if you've seen all my videos and stuff. But I need to get these trades. I don't think it's on horse. I mean, probably could be. Yeah, it's not on horse. On horse is way too close to a cod. That city would not fly. And I forgot to radar because I'm an absolute moron.
people of the United States of America welcome you.
Thank you, George. This camp is fucking me up. Slowing down my steals. Alright. Okay. I wasn't on production focus because I'm really good at the game. Alright. We do have a island down there, so that's good. I need to give myself a... This needs to be optics. I think this is like the thing about these kinds of land is like you're probably gonna get into conflict from it, but there's really nothing you could have done to avoid it. Why did I make a scout, by the way? What? This isn't on production focus either. I guess you can do that in single player. That's nice. I think I'm just gonna pause here. There's just a game forming, so I'm just gonna go join the game. But I hope this has been informative in terms of like how to navigate this early game, how to tech properly. Honestly, I teched pretty badly. I should have went optics instead of trapping here, but still gonna have a fine game. Just is less ideal than it should have been. Could have grown in that city if I waited better. A lot of like this stuff you can see is kind of me kind of rushing, but in general, I think like this game would have turned out fine. The only problem is map positionally. We had to settle a city for Candia. Maybe we settle on this tile instead. But either way, we're gonna have problems with the COD. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. But until next time.